Let's go over 771 joules and stones. The question says you're given string J representing the type of stones that are joules. So J is equal to joules, and S representing the stones you have. So S is stones. Each character in S is a type of stone you have. Okay, so each character is a stone, and you want to know how many of stones you have are also joules. Okay, so if I had to, if you were to visualize this, this big circle would be S, and inside of it, this would be joules. The letters in J are guaranteed to be distinct, which means it's gonna be unique, and all characters in J and S are letters. Okay, they're all letters. Letters are case sensitive. They're case sensitive. So A does not equal capital A. Okay, example 1. So we have J, this is our joule, and we have A and capital A, and these are our stones. And each individual letter is what we have right now. And if you look at the output, it's 3, right? So what we're trying to do is check if the stones that we have are joules. So stones, we have A, capital A, and B, 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 B. And joules are A and capital A. So is this a joule? Yes. So that's 1. Is this a joule? Yes. So that's another 1. Is this a joule? Yes. Is B a joule? No. So that's a 0, 0, 0, 0. And then if you sum all these up, you get 3. And that's how you get output of 3. Alright, now let's try to code our solution. So first thing we do is we declare a function num joules and stones, which takes in 2 parameters J and S, and J is joules and S is stones. And what we want to do is, for each stones that we have, we want to check if they're joules or not. So what I do is I'm just gonna turn our joules string into an array, and I'll tell you why later. So it'll be, I'll call it J stones is equal to J dot split. And if we do this, it's gonna make our J string into array. So J stones, oops, J. And if we do that, we get an array with capital A and small case a. So that's what we get. And another variable I'm gonna declare is I'll make a count variable to check if each stones in our stones string is a joule or not. And next, we want to loop through our stones string. So let's make a for loop. Let's start at index 0, and we want to loop through all of the characters in our S string and increment by 1. And I'm just gonna make variable let stone is equal to S at index I. And we want to check if the current stone is in joules or not, right? That's how we check if the stone is joule or not. So we're gonna make an if statement. So if J stones dot includes stone, we want to increase the count by 1. And finally, we want to return count, not J stones. Okay, so we made a for loop. We made the variable that represents each stone. And the reason I made J string into an array is so that I can just check whether J stones array includes that specific stone and it index I. And if it does, I'm gonna increase the count by 1. And when we go through all the characters in the string, we're gonna return the count of how many joules we have. Okay, let's go over our code one more time just to better understand what we did. So first thing, always declare a function which takes in 2 parameters. They're both strings. And next thing I did was I made our J string into an array. And you can do that using a split function. So with the j.split, and this is just an empty string, and it just splits everything into an array. So it's gonna look something like A and capital A. And initialize the count variable so that we can increase the count when we have joules. And when we're done with our loop, we're going to return this over here. So next we get into our loop so that we can iterate through all the characters in our stone string, and just made a variable stone that's gonna refer to stone at index I, and we want to check if the current stone is inside our JStones array or not, right? So we do that using includes method, and this is an array method. That's why I converted JString into JStones. So JStones.include stone. So what this does is it's gonna check if stone, the current stone, is inside JStones array or not. And if it's true, it's gonna increase the count by 1. And it's gonna do that for all the characters in S string. And it's done, it's gonna loop out, and then it's gonna return the count variable.